Yeah, fine, I'll talk about the Minecraft movie. So earlier this month, the long-awaited big screen adaptation of the most successful video game of all time, Minecraft, finally hit theaters. I'm sure I don't have to explain to you guys what Minecraft is. It's the classic open-world sandbox game from the early 2010s with the diamonds and the creepers and the Let's Plays on YouTube. You get it. This is literally the most successful video game of all time. So when Warner Brothers teased a feature-length Minecraft movie back in September of 2024, it obviously made a massive impact and basically broke the internet immediately. But not really in a good way. Similar to another classic video game movie adaptation that I talked about here recently, the Minecraft movie appeared to be a mix of baffling, disturbing, and just kind of dumb, man. Which of course means that it got turned into a meme almost immediately, thanks in no small part to the fact that the lead role of Steve, the player character, was given to the living legend Jack Black, who's basically been kind of a meme machine over the last few years, and has also just been kind of the go-to celebrity to cast in video game movies these days. And since a Minecraft movie, that's what it's called, premiered earlier this month, people have been taking that meme to extremely intense places. You've probably seen the news stories about rowdy theater experiences where people were yelling out meme quotes, throwing popcorn, setting off confetti cannons, and bringing an actual live chicken into the theater. And maybe don't do all that. It's definitely gotten a little out of hand, but it does show that this movie has made quite a splash, for better or worse. I mean, dude, a Minecraft movie has already made like $700 million at the box office after just a few weeks, and it's now second only to the Super Mario movie as the highest grossing video game movie of all time. Meme or not, a Minecraft movie is a big deal. But to be honest, I wasn't really jumping out of my seat to go see it. I'm not really a big Minecraft guy. I definitely like it, but I mean, just look at the videos I've made about Minecraft on this channel. I am garbage. I didn't grow up on Minecraft in the same way I did like Sonic, Mario, or Pokemon. And really, the whole film was just giving me big, Jumanji reboot vibes. I mean, really, 4 humans getting sucked into a video game world with Jack Black. We've seen this before. A few times, actually. I was legit kind of starting to wonder if this was maybe just a retooled Jumanji sequel script that was given a Minecraft skin. So I wasn't really planning to see it at first. But I was curious. I mean, obviously, I love Jack Black. I grew up on his movies, and I'm always fascinated by how Hollywood approaches things like gaming and YouTube stuff. But above all else, the big thing piquing my interest here was the director, Jared Hess. A Minecraft movie was directed by the same guy who did Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre. Not only are those two of my favorite childhood movies, but the idea that the Napoleon Dynamite guy was doing a Minecraft movie was just such a weird concept to me that at that point I had to see what came of this combo. And then one day MatPat texted me if I wanted to go see it, so here we are, I guess. Okay, so a Minecraft movie, it's weird as hell. I don't think that's gonna surprise anyone. When I sat down in the theater for the first 15 minutes or so, I felt like I was losing my mind. Before we even get to the story proper, we get this absolute lightning round of an intro where we meet Steve and learn about how, when he was a kid, he yearned for the mines. Literally, that's how they word it in the movie. But he was forced to live a normal, boring life until one day, decades later, he just snapped and dedicated all of his time to digging through the mines like he had always dreamed. At which point, he found these 2 artifacts that, when combined, opened a portal to the Minecraft world, basically. From there, he learned to build stuff, tame dogs, deal with the various enemies in the overworld, and basically dedicated his life to crafting his dream world. Essentially, this part of the movie is dedicated to introducing not just Steve and his backstory, but the entire concept of Minecraft in as quick a succession as possible. Even going so far as to say things like, oh, nighttime in the overworld happens roughly every 20 minutes. They're basically just giving Jack Black a Minecraft tutorial manual and having him read it verbatim. But no joke, this intro to the movie was so jarring and surreal to watch that at one point I leaned over to Matt and was just like, dude, are we still alive right now? But once things settle down, we do start to get an actual story. Steve creates a portal to the Nether, which is like Minecraft hell, I guess, where he's captured by a mob of demon pig enemies called piglins. And their leader, Malgosha, wants to take the artifacts Steve found and use them so the piglins can leave the Nether and take over the overworld. So to stop them, Steve sends his dog back into the real world to hide the artifacts. Fast forward a bit, and Steve's old junk gets moved into a storage unit because remember, as far as the real world's concerned, this man just disappeared disappeared. And that storage unit eventually gets purchased by a dude named Garrett, who's played by Jason Momoa, rocking his best David Lee Roth Halloween costume, I guess. Garrett then takes the artifacts to his local game shop, where a kid comes in, accidentally activates them, and then the two of them, plus the kid's older sister and a random real estate agent, all get led into a portal that travels them to Minecraft. Yay! And from there, they all meet Steve, work to try and get back home, fight off the piglin invasion, blah, 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 movie stuff. The story is honestly nothing particularly special. It's pretty basic. I mean, really, the story here is just an excuse to see all this classic Minecraft stuff come to life, and it's unsettling. So the choice to have this film be partially live action means that all the CGI animated elements were given the dreaded realism makeover. I mean, it's funny that I'm doing this right after talking about the Sonic movies, because Minecraft has a very similar problem of trying to translate blocks made out of more blocks into a hyper-realistic setting. And unlike Sonic, they didn't get a second chance redesign. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I kinda hate how this movie looks. The animators did a fantastic job with what they were instructed to do, but none of this looks right to me. Like, the first image from this movie that went viral was this crazy Uncanny Valley sheep, and honestly, most of the Minecraft characters are about that bad in this movie. In some cases, it can work, like, a little bit. Like, the zombies do feel a lot more intimidating now, even though they kinda look like Funko Pops of Frankenstein's monster came to life. But then you have the villagers. Oh god, I hate it. These guys are supposed to be friendly NPCs, and yet they are the most disturbing thing in this movie. There really are just some designs that were never meant to be realistic, and I kind of think Minecraft is a prime example of that. That being said, the animation of all these elements is great, very fluid and expressive, and I'd say the special effects overall are solid. But just looking at this film, man, it's rough. Really, the only things that I'd say properly work in this aesthetic are the piglins. Of course, they're kind of meant to be scary. And weirdly enough, I love this movie's version of the creeper. I mean, I'd hope they'd get that right. It's the most iconic thing in all of Minecraft. But yeah, in the movie, this guy has the vibe of like an ancient statue overgrown with moss. I dig it. But enough about the visuals. Once you get past the Uncanny Valley aesthetics and the kinda bland story, by far the most standout element of the movie for most people is the comedy. And it's something. See, in casting Jack Black to play Steve, they more or less just cast Jack Black to be Jack Black. Like, imagine Jack Black doing Jack Black things in your head. That's what you get in this movie. No more, no less. In some ways, this is more of a Jablinski Games movie than a Minecraft movie. Jack Black is loud, he's animated, he sings, he does like kicks and stuff, and of course, he says the names of Minecraft things, and is basically like winking at the audience as he does it. You know that whole tutorial section I was talking about during the first like 15 minutes of the movie? That's kind of Steve's energy throughout the entire thing. You know, he starts out with the whole flint and steel, the nether, the ender pearl. I'm Steve, and all that junk. But by the end of the film, he's still doing it, pulling out lines like, you know, slime cube, and the infamous, fine, I'll do it, chicken jockey. You happy? 50% of Jack's performance in this movie is really just announcing the names of Minecraft things. The memes have not exaggerated that at all. Legit, it is kind of like playing a video game that's still giving you tutorials by the final boss. Leading up to the film's release, I wasn't even convinced that this movie, like, had a script. It really just felt like they put a camera on Jack Black, told him to name all the Minecraft things he could think of, and then they just built something around that. The actual movie definitely has more of a story, but that was my first impression. But honestly, the film kinda needs Jack's infectious energy, because without it, I wouldn't really call this movie that funny otherwise. I mean, similar to the Sonic movies I talked about last time, I think I might just be a bit too old for this. Yeah, maybe it's just not for me. And you know, that's fine. And don't get me wrong, all the actors are really giving it their all. They're hamming it up with the best of them. And I mean, they kinda have to when their co-stars are Jack Black and a bunch of CGI pig monsters. But really, Jack Black is doing almost all the heavy lifting when it comes to the comedy here. He's just one of those guys who has such a unique voice and style of delivery that he can make just about anything funny. And for me at least, the movie really hinged on that. Without Jack Black, I don't think this movie would have been half as entertaining. And yeah, despite the almost exclusively negative things I've said so far, I was still entertained by a Minecraft movie. Not immensely so. There were parts that definitely bored me. And like I said, most of the humor that isn't just Jack Black doing his thing, it's not really for me. But there was just something intangible about a Minecraft movie that made it ultimately still a pretty fun time. Not good, necessarily, but, you know, fun. Like, I was walking out of the theater knowing that what I watched was honestly pretty average, but also there was an energy to it that made it just that touch more special. And I think I figured out what it is. When Matt and I first sat down to watch this movie, you know, having seen all the memes and news stories going around about it, our first question was, how in on the joke is this movie? And it did not take long to realize that the answer was very. For as ironic as most audiences' engagement with a Minecraft movie has been so far, the movie itself really feels like it's just as much in on the bit. You know, making references to that meme of the children yearn for the mines in the first few minutes, casting other beloved actors who have been memed to death in cameo roles like Jennifer Coolidge, naming one of the big piglins Chungus, and even having only one villager in the entire movie actually talk, and casting him as Matt Barry from What We Do in the Shadows. This movie knows what it's doing. Just as much as having Jack Black yell Minecraft stuff was a deceptively brilliant bit of meme marketing, the full movie does deliver on that same kind of energy. At times, the movie legit feels like a shitpost. And yet, at no point in the film did I ever feel like audiences were meant to laugh at Minecraft's expense. It never felt like the movie was talking down to the Minecraft community. Big Hollywood film adaptations like this can often have the problem of completely ignoring or outright disrespecting their source material, and by extent, their fan base. It's only been recently that Hollywood has started to actually get video game movies right. And while I'm not really willing to say Minecraft is a great movie, I was actually pretty impressed with how they managed to capture this really hyper-specific vibe when it came to being authentic to the source material and fan base. Like I said, I'm not the world's most experienced Minecraft guy, but I know this franchise has plenty of lore to pull from, despite not having some, like, super explicit story campaign like other games. And the movie didn't even dive into things like the Ender Dragon, despite name-checking it during a song at the end. They kept things pretty basic and accessible, so I can't imagine some more dedicated Minecraft fans being disappointed there. But instead, the movie really focused more on the concept of making your own fun in Minecraft, which is kind of the whole point. And because Minecraft is all about making your own fun, the fan content I've experienced from Minecraft tends to go in several different directions. I mean, you got a lot of meme-heavy content that's drenched in irony, but you've also got a lot of really sincere content that people love completely unironically. Like, for as many people who quote "Creeper off man" for the meme, there's just as many people who would say that that video was their childhood. I mean, even back when PewDiePie got into Minecraft, it kind of started out as like this ironic joke, but slowly developed into something completely authentic. And adapting something as abstract as Minecraft in a way that satisfies both of those sides of an audience is not easy. And as much of a post as a Minecraft movie can be, it never really feels like it's, you know, trying to take the piss out of Minecraft or its fans. And it actually does take several opportunities to break from the memes and catchphrases and just celebrate Minecraft's history, fan base, and the content creators who helped make it a phenomenon on YouTube. One of the opening scenes has several cameos from Minecraft YouTubers, you know, people like Dan TDM, Afmal, and LD Shadow Lady, among others. A nightmare sequence towards the end of the film makes a direct reference to Herobrine, a creepypasta about a haunted version of Steve with these blank, bright white eyes, which, to my understanding, that means they're essentially referencing fan-made content. And, of course, the big one, right at the start of the film, we get a really nice tribute to the late, great Minecraft YouTuber Technoblade, who passed away only 3 years ago in 2022. And I'll be honest, that one little tribute to a YouTube legend was reason enough to justify this film's existence to me. I thought it was really, really sweet. And that's been my biggest takeaway from the Minecraft movie. Let me be clear, I still don't think this is a particularly good movie. Ultimately, it still feels like your average Jumanji-style family movie that just happens to have Minecraft stuff in it, but I can't help but be pretty impressed with this very hyper-specific vibe that they've accomplished. Being both in on the joke, playing into ironic memes, but still managing to be surprisingly authentic and connected to the actual Minecraft community, that balance is so interesting to me. And it really dissolved any and all, like, corporate cynicism that I was worried a movie like this would just be drowning in. But maybe that's not too surprising coming from a director like Jared Hess. If there's one thing you can say about movies like Napoleon Dynamite or Nacho Libre, it is that they really excel at achieving a very unique, hyper-specific vibe. It's a genuinely impressive accomplishment. It's just a shame it's kind of gotten lost in the almost purely ironic way that most audiences seem to be engaging with this movie. But at the same time, I can't blame them. The rest of the movie's kind of weird. Now, is there more they could be doing to make this an even more authentic and fan-pleasing Minecraft experience? Of course! Like I said, I'm not even that knowledgeable about Minecraft, and even I know that this movie barely even scratched the surface of the Minecraft world and its hidden lore. And because I don't think this is a particularly great movie, there are clearly still so many more things they could do to improve things. But considering the absolutely insane box office numbers that a Minecraft movie is pulling in, it's pretty safe to say that the sequels are coming. In fact, this whole thing has been so big that I wouldn't be too surprised if it gets spun off into an entire film and TV franchise like the Sonic movies were. And, spoilers, I guess. The film ends with Steve, having returned to the real world, finding his childhood home in search of an old chest. And the person who answers the door is very clearly Alex, the other super iconic player character from the game. So whatever this sequel is, and whenever it comes out, I think we can already start to guess where parts of it are going. So at the end of the day, what's the deal? What is the deal with a Minecraft movie? When someone asks me what I thought of this movie, what is my answer? And for real, man, this movie is such a weird case that the only word I've been able to conjure up when I'm asked this is just goofy. It's weird, man. It's incredibly average, and yet it's batshit insane. It's not really that funny, yet I can't stop quoting the memes, and it's purposely ironic, yet deceptively sincere. It's a bit of a paradox, really. So I guess a Minecraft movie is just whatever you want to make it. I just realized what I said. Ew. Oh, man. That was corny as hell. That sounded like a blurb on the back of the DVD. Never mind. Video's done. Go away. Leave.